The sand burned like fire beneath his bare feet. Every step young Nathan Hale took across the wasteland carved pain into his body. Yet the ache in his heart was far deeper than anything the desert could inflict. He was only 14, thin as a shadow, and already burdened with a life that had turned against him far too early. His father had died quietly one winter night, leaving behind nothing more than a modest stone house and a small herd of sheep. It should have been enough to survive. It should have protected Nathan. Instead, it destroyed him. His uncle, Marcus Hale, a man known in the village for his sharp tongue and colder heart, seized everything within days of the funeral. The land, the animals, the house, everything vanished into Marcus's name. What remained for the orphan boy was humiliation disguised as charity. Marcus did not cast Nathan out. That would have been mercy. He kept him. Nathan became a servant in the very home that once belonged to his father. He slept among animals, ate scraps tossed to him without care, and spent his days driving sheep across endless plains under the sun's cruel gaze. If milk was short, Nathan was beaten. If a lamb limped, Nathan was blamed. If Marcus woke in a foul mood, the boy paid the price. No one intervened. No one questioned it. An orphan's pain is quiet. It echoes where no one listens. That morning, Nathan had been sent farther than usual, toward an abandoned well near the edge of the highlands. His water flask had run dry hours earlier. Hunger twisted his stomach into knots, and the world began to sway with every step. When his legs finally gave out, he collapsed beneath the only tree in sight, a lonely, twisted acacia clawing at the sky. Dust streaked his face as silent tears fell. He remembered his mother's hands brushing his hair when storms frightened him. He remembered his father's voice, calm and steady, promising that as long as they stayed honest, God would never abandon them. Nathan lifted his cracked lips toward the sky. "I have no one but you," he whispered. "They have taken everything." Sleep crept upon him like a thief. Then came the howl. A long, hollow cry echoed across the hills. Nathan jolted awake. His heart slammed against his ribs as he counted the sheep. Once, twice, again. One was missing. Not just any sheep. Silverhorn, his uncle's prized ewe. Heavy with young. Worth more than all the others combined. Nathan ran. He searched the gullies, climbed rocky slopes, shouted until his voice broke into nothing. The sun slid westward, mocking his desperation. Silverhorn was gone. Nathan knew the truth before his mind dared accept it. Returning without that sheep meant death, or worse. Marcus's stick had broken skin before. This time, it would break bones. So Nathan made a choice no child should ever have to make. He did not turn toward the village. He walked into the desert. The villagers called it Dead Reach, a stretch of barren land swallowed by mountains and legends. Travelers avoided it. Shepherds warned their children never to wander near its borders. Nathan walked straight into it. The sun sank, and shadows stretched like grasping hands. Cold followed quickly, replacing heat with a biting wind that crept into his bones. Just as darkness threatened to claim him, he saw it. A black opening carved into the side of a massive rock formation. A cave. It looked like a mouth frozen mid-scream. Nathan hesitated. Stay outside and freeze, or enter and risk whatever lived inside. He stepped forward. The moment he crossed the threshold, the temperature dropped. The air smelled old, damp stone, and forgotten time. Darkness swallowed him whole. Nathan crouched near the entrance, hugging his knees, listening to his own breathing echo back at him. Hours dragged by. Hunger gnawed mercilessly. He thought of Marcus reclining on soft cushions, meat dripping with fat in his hands. He thought of laughter that never reached him. Then he heard it. A sound. Slow. Repetitive. Drip, drip. Water. Hope surged through him. He crawled deeper, fingers scraping stone until they touched a shallow pool. He drank greedily, sobbing in gratitude. But water did not bring warmth. The cold deepened. As he searched for shelter inside the cave, his hand brushed against something unnatural. Wood. His breath caught. Then something smooth, round, unmistakable. Bones. Human bones. Nathan stumbled backward, terror choking him. His foot struck metal, sending a sharp clang through the cavern. The sound echoed like a scream. He fumbled for the flint stones he carried for lighting fires. Sparks flew. A weak flame flickered to life. The light revealed a skeleton curled against the wall, remnants of decayed clothing clinging to it. One bony hand stretched toward a rusted metal chest. Nathan's knees buckled. "So this is how it ends," he whispered. Hunger drove him forward. With shaking hands, Nathan smashed the lock open. Inside, gold, coins, jewelry, chains glowing in the firelight. A fortune. Nathan stared, then laughed hysterically. "What good are you?" he cried, flinging coins to the ground. "Can you feed me? Can you save me?" The fire dimmed. Darkness returned. Nathan curled beside the skeleton, surrendering to exhaustion. Death, he thought, would come quietly. Instead, his fingers brushed something hidden beneath the gold. Leather, a sealed pouch, and a small clay jar. He opened the jar. The scent was rich and sweet. Honey, pure, untouched by time. He ate, strength flooding back into his body like a miracle. Tears streamed down his face as he whispered thanks to a god he thought had forgotten him. Inside the pouch lay a silver signet ring and a letter written on cured hide. The message changed everything. The letter belonged to Edmund Rowan, a royal merchant entrusted with funds meant for widows and orphans. Wounded by bandits, he had hidden the money to protect it, leaving the ring as proof for whoever found it. Nathan was no thief. This was not treasure. It was a responsibility. He followed a narrow crack in the cave's ceiling and emerged at dawn, overlooking the Imperial Road. And fate was waiting. A procession approached. Royal banners. The governor himself. Nathan ran barefoot, waving the ring, shouting until guards seized him. Then they saw the seal. Hours later, fed and clothed, Nathan told his story before Governor Alaric Stone, a man feared by the corrupt and revered by the poor. Tears filled the governor's eyes. "The dead protected the living," he said, "and God sent a child to guard the truth." They recovered the chest, then rode to Nathan's village. Marcus knelt in terror as his crimes were revealed. Property returned. Justice delivered. Nathan received his reward. But more importantly, he built a refuge for children like himself. Every morning, he stood at its door, offering food and warmth. And he never forgot the night when darkness became the beginning of light. Subscribe to the channel to receive all new updates, for we always have a story worth telling.